Morning. It is 6:30. I got up at 5:30, let the dogs out, feed the cat, do all the stuff in the morning, clean myself up a little bit, put some of that Nashville beard oil on. I got some of that Nashville Beard Company. I ended up putting some of their tobacco vanilla on this morning. It smells absolutely amazing. It's more subtle for the gym. It's not overpowering. And the scent just pretty much stays around you and doesn't affect other people until somebody comes into your space, and then it's like, where'd you get that from? Anyhow, so we got some stuff going on this week. Yeah. Colorado says they don't want to be part of this migrant situation anymore. Colorado's freaking out. They've now got more people that have been transferred to Colorado than Chicago. And they're saying they can't do it. They cannot handle it anymore. They don't want it anymore. They don't want to be a sanctuary city anymore. They want to be done with it. So now they're going through this whole process of trying to communicate this and trying to change the status quo of who wanted the sanctuary cities and who didn't want the sanctuary cities. So they're hurting right now. They're trying to push this through to where they really are freaking out, and they're like, we can't handle this capacity. We're not getting enough help from the federal government. We don't have places for these people and stuff. We want to be done with this. So if we were to come correct with exactly what it is, it's not the fact that Colorado is a sanctuary city. They're being treated like a sanctuary city. And they have laws in Colorado that protect people in general from having their status reported to like the federal government and their immigration status being used against them to deport them or something like that. It's like HB 1911 or HB 19-1124, where Colorado residents cannot be detained by the police or anything like that based on immigration status. And there's some other stuff for regular residents in there as well. Also, not to be reporting their status to anybody else because it's nobody else's business, which is kind of ironic because it is our business. And that protects them. So that's why they're able to stay there. And they're freaking out. Over the last couple of days, there's been so many articles coming out of Colorado talking about how they've had enough of it. They don't want to do it anymore. People speaking out, constantly stating, hey, this has got to change. We just can't go through with this. So they're feeling the heat pretty bad right now. They can't sustain it, and they want to be done with it. And then the other order of business is the congressman from Ohio that came forward and said he was an FBI informant, field operative from 2017 to 2020, and then he got deactivated in 2021. He came forward, and they came forward and approached him and said, we want to reactivate you, and we want you to be part of this whole January 6th campaign, where they claimed it was an insurrection, but it was a FBI insurrection. There were so many FBI agents on the ground. Come to find out, as this starts to unleash, and all the video footage of police officers and FBI or whatever, that were taking their clothes off, and they had government uniform on underneath and badges and stuff on, and police officers in general in uniform talking about, fuck this, let them have it, man. It's not worth it. They're lying to us and they're using us, talking about their own authorities over them, their bosses, the mayor and stuff being super corrupt in New York. Yeah, they were feeling the heat with that. So there's so much video footage now that clearly points out the fact that January 6th was a complete setup, and it's going to come out. Will anything be done about it? Who knows? Probably not. But that's more information that was out this week. That's one of my other videos. My previous video to my last video was a gym video, and then before that was the gentleman confessing to what they wanted to do with him as a potential congressman from Ohio. The crime rate is through the roof right now. More immigrants are getting put in jail over and over and over again, and now they're starting to lock them up longer because the crimes are getting more severe. They have entire shoplifting rings out here where there'll be a guy over a shoplifting ring of like 10 people, and he will give orders to those 10 people on what stores to go to and where to steal stuff and what he needs. And then he will exchange that for money or IDs or whatever it is. And this whole entire ring just got recently taken down. If you just look up shoplifting immigrant ring busted, you'll see. And then finally, one of the original dude that attacked those Times Square police officers is getting prosecuted. He's been in the paper, his face all over the place. So these guys they're getting ballsy and they're attacking people more now. They're trying to get together. They're trying to build their little group up as much as they possibly can here, so they could get together, and they could fit with each other, and they can protect each other. This is exactly what happened. You know, the way it was explained to me by somebody with Latino culture in California, when MS-13 started to come into California, and the people from California didn't want them in their neighborhoods. What ended up happening is they were trying to push them out of there, but then they banded together and they became like an MS-13 gang. And they would fight back against the people. And there was like this turf war, this war from MS-13 versus people that were already part of this, you know, the communities and stuff like that. And it was bad. Same thing's going to end up happening here. Same thing. If we don't get a hold of this now. And I think a lot of these sanctuary cities are starting to feel the effect of this because they're tapping into every little bit of resources that they can. They're tapping into, you know, their COVID money that's still left over. They're cutting school jobs. They're cutting government jobs. They're cutting jobs across the board to have more of the taxpayers' dollars available to do something with the migrants, and they can't. New York is trying to put into effect, or maybe it is already into effect, that if you have a work permit and you're working paying taxes, that you should also be able to vote. So you should be voting in their elections and stuff as well, which is completely I don't know. That's a no for me. But again, I'm just one person. So there's a lot that's been happening here over the last week, maybe two, and that's just a light update on everything. I hope you guys do the research. I bring up the topics. Sometimes I throw the articles and stuff in there, but when I do that, some of my stuff's been getting reported by like individual people that write these articles or other groups. I have a lot of trolls here now, and people threaten me in my email and stuff all the time. It doesn't bother me, but I have a lot of people that report the videos, so that's why I don't put so many sound clips and stuff up anymore, just because I have some trolls that are attacking me right now, but we pull through it. It's okay. The videos still go up. They don't censor me. They don't get to choose what I say. I do that at the end of the day. So, guys, take care. I love you all. Happy work week to you. I hope you slept well. And, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm going to the gym. Be blessed.